Yeah. I don't ask for permission to take what is mine. I just wait for the stars and the numbers to align. The city is a classroom where the weak stay behind, while I'm sharpening the steel of a high-level mind. I'm looking at the game from a point of no return, applying every single hard lesson that I learned. The atmosphere, The atmosphere is rigid, a symphony of law. I'm fixing every single little error that I saw. I don't value the opinions of the people in the crowd. I just keep my movements quiet and my breezes very loud. My spirit is an anchor, my logic is a blade, cutting through the promises that other people made. Absolute authority. The crown is tight when you handle every fight with might. The architect of value, the master of the light. Feel the steady vibration, feel the fire in the soul. A calm and centered presence, taking charge of the whole. I'm monitoring progress and I'm monitoring growth, staying very loyal to the silence and the oath. Wealth is like a fortress that you build with your pride, with a lot of secret assets that are tucked away inside. I'm removing the static and I'm removing the fake, being very cautious with every move I make. I'm walking on the edge where the shadows meet the sun, knowing that the battle has already been won. My words are like a hammer hitting nails in the wood, doing everything the way a real leader should. I traded all the plastic for a heart made of chrome, making sure the energy is felt inside the home. The gavel is falling and the case is finally closed. Everything is moving exactly as I proposed. The weight of the empire is resting on my back, staying very steady on the center of the track. The room is getting empty and the air is getting still, backing up the future with a very heavy wheel. The order is established and the vision is complete, leaving all the nonsense lying dead in the street. Yeah. I'm looking at the bricks that I'm looking at the bricks that I lay with my hands, understanding things that the average never understands. It takes a lot of time to make a vision survive in a city where the people only try to stay alive. I'm carving out a name in the middle of the dark, making sure that every single move leaves a mark. Yeah. The atmosphere is heavy, a symphony of time. I'm turning every struggle into something more sublime. I don't listen to the noise or the shadows in the back. I just keep my eyes focused on the narrow urban track. My spirit is a mountain, my logic is a shield, never giving up and I'm never gonna yield. I'm counting up the progress and I'm counting up the gain, staying very dry through the echoes of the rain. Wealth is just a shadow of the discipline I show, watching how the seas and the heavy profits grow. I'm removing the static and I'm removing the fake, thinking very clearly about every move I make. The roots are going deep in the middle of the concrete. I can feel the pulse of the city in my own feet. I've turned the cold nights into a very warm fire, reaching for the stars and I'm never gonna tire. The map is in my head and the keys are in my pocket, moving like a bullet or a heavy metal rocket. The world is getting smaller as I'm getting much bigger, steady on the move and I'm steady on the trigger. The legacy is locked in a vault made of stone. I'm proud of the kingdom that I built all alone. The air is getting still and the lights are getting low. I'm the only one who really knows where to go. The signature is permanent, the message is clear. I've conquered the doubt and I've conquered the fear. Yeah. No name, just the pressure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I operate in shadows, no need for the fame. Just making sure the numbers always stay in the game. The real power moves when the world is fast asleep. Managing the secrets that I'm destined to keep. Calculated steps on the very cold floor. Always doing less talking, always doing much more. The atmosphere is quiet, a symphony of ghosts. Watching who is working and who is bragging the most. I value the silence more than any kind of gold. Living out a story that will never be told. My mind is a fortress, my heart is a stone. Building up a kingdom while I'm sitting alone. Silent partner. Silent partner. Silent partner. Silent partner. The profit is real when you seal the deal in the dark. Facts. Architect of value. The master of the spark. Feel the steady vibration. Feel the fire in the soul. A calm and centered presence taking charge of the whole. Yeah. I'm checking all the charts and I'm checking all the yield. Staying very hidden by the logic that I shield. Wealth is a result of the patience that I found. Keeping every movement very quiet and profound. I'm removing the static and I'm removing the fake. Thinking very deeply about every move I make. The name is invisible but the impact is wide. There is no more room for the ego or the pride. I'm the final shadow that you see on the wall. Standing very steady while the empires fall. The deal is completed and the room is getting cold. Watching as the future begins to unfold. Silent partner. Silent partner. I don't get excited when you, I don't get excited when the money starts to flow. I just stay composed and watch the operation grow. Emotion is a debt that I can't afford to pay. I'd rather keep my focus on the moves I make today. The city has a rhythm that only few can feel, distinguishing the fabric from the things that are real. New perspectives waking in the quiet of the dawn, keeping up the pressure until the weakness is gone. The feeling is financial, a symphony of gain, cutting through the static and the echoes of the rain. I don't need a crowd to tell me that I'm doing well. I'm just buying heaven while the others live in hell. Observe how the atmosphere begins to stay still, backing up the vision with a very strong will. I've developed the stamina, feel the iron in the soul. A high-end figure who has reached the final goal. Cold revenue, victory is solid when the vision and the truth are polished. The architect of value, the master of the wind. Feel the steady vibration, feel the fire in the soul. The calm and centered presence taking charge of the whole. I'm looking at the ledger and I'm looking at the cost, making sure that not a single second has been lost. Wealth is a language that you have to learn to speak. Staying very strong while the others getting weak. I'm removing the static and I'm removing the fake. Thinking very clearly about every move I make. The music is a weapon and the message is a tool. Managing the kingdom by the mandatory rule. I'm standing in the vault where the air is very thin, counting up the prizes for the places that I've been. My mind is like a freezer, keeping everything fresh, moving past the spirit and moving through the flesh. I've traded all the drama for a very quiet room, watching how my legacy begins to really bloom. The world is getting loud, but I'm staying very mute, gathering the harvest and gathering the fruit. The ink on the paper is the only mark I leave. Success is asleep while I keep a final trick up my sleeve. I'm the silent partner in a world full of noise, keeping all the profit and keeping all the poise. The doors are finally closing and the lights are getting dim. Staying on the edge, just staying on the rim. The story is written and the signature is bold, turning every dark street into a street of gold. Gold. I don't get excited when I don't need a map to know where I belong. I don't need a map. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't need a map to know where I belong. I've been standing on this corner since the days were long. Every crack in the pavement tells a story I know about the people who stayed and the ones who had to go. I keep my mouth shut and I keep my eyes wide. There is nowhere for the truth or the fake ones to hide. No recycled stories, no predictable designs. Just a sovereign navigator reading all the signs. The atmosphere is clinical, a symphony of grit. Building up a name and I'm never gonna quit. I value every struggle and I value every scar. It's the only reason that I made it this far. Observe the repetition, how the cycle starts again. Managing the pressure and the systematic pain. I've mastered the endurance, feel the iron in the frame. A sophisticated figure who is staying in the game. The concrete's over rain, yeah. Victory is earned when the vision and the truth align. The architect of value, the master of the time. Feel the steady vibration, feel the fire in the soul. A calm and centered presence, taking charge of the whole. I'm focused on the assets and the way they start to grow. Staying very quiet while I'm putting on a show. The money is a tool, but the mind is the engine. Getting every result that I'm starting to mention. I'm filtering the envy and I'm filtering the noise. Maintaining all the balance and maintaining all the poise. The rhythm is a weapon and the message is a light, shining through the shadows in the middle of the night. I'm looking at the rain, wash the dust off the street. Staying very focused with the world at my feet. My heart is like an engine, it never skips a beat. Turning every cold night into a source of heat. I've walked through the fire without burning my skin. Ready for the moment when the real games begin. The words stay simple but the meaning is deep. I'm keeping every promise that I intended to keep. There's a silence in the air when I walk through the gate. I don't believe in luck and I don't believe in fate. I just believe in work and the power of the soul. Reaching every target and reaching every goal. The concrete is a witness to the legacy I made. Standing in the light while I'm coming from the shade. The journey is finished and the record is clean. The strongest human spirit that the city's ever seen. Yeah. Yeah. I'm standing in the shadows where the light doesn't reach. Learning every lesson that the silent alleyways teach. It's not about the speed, it's about the way you move. When you have a vision and you have nothing to prove. Yeah. I'm reading between lines that the world hasn't written yet. Yeah, placing every move like a very calculated bet. Fresh perspectives rising in the heat of the day. Watching how the distractions just get out of my way. The feeling is tactical, a rhythm of the brain. Keeping up the spirit through the labor and the pain. I don't look for validation from the people in the street. I'm just focused on the goal and making it complete. Take a look at the landscape, see how the pieces fit. I'm building up the future and I'm never gonna quit. I've developed the instinct, feel the iron in the core. Opening the lock on every single hidden door. I'm auditing the progress and I'm auditing the game. Staying very focused through the echoes of the rain. Wealth is like a puzzle that you solve with your mind. Leaving all the losers and the lazy ones behind. I'm removing the static and I'm removing the fake. Being very deliberate with every step I take. The music is a weapon and the message is a tool. Winning every battle by the mandatory rule. Yeah. The road is clear when the vision and the truth appear. The architect of value, the master of the year. Feel the steady vibration, feel the fire in the soul. A calm and centered presence taking charge of the whole. I'm looking at the horizon from the edge of the roof, providing all the doubters with the ultimate proof. My mind is like a compass in a world without a north. Always moving forward, always pushing things forth. I've traded all the gossip for a silence that is deep, keeping all the secrets that I promised I would keep. The world is like a forest, but I know every tree. Becoming every version that I'm destined to be. The clock is ticking slowly, but I'm right on the time. Turning every mountain into something I can climb. My heart is like a diamond, very hard and very bright. Guiding every movement in the middle of the night. The tactics are successful and the legacy is tall. I'm the one who's standing while the others start to fall. Yeah, the gears are turning. The gears are turning. Yeah. The gears are turning. The gears are turning while the city starts to wait. I'm calculating every single move I have to make. No room for emotions in the world of steel and bone. I built this old foundation on the mountain of my own. I watch the smoke rise from the factory of dreams. Nothing is as simple as the average person seems. New patterns are emerging in the middle of the grind, leaving all the distractions and the noise far behind. The feeling is precise like a needle in the dark, leaving a permanent and a very solid mark. I don't listen to the rumors or the stories they tell. I'm just focused on the product and the vision I sell. Notice how the energy begins to shift and change, putting all the variables in a very steady range. I've developed the stamina, feel the weight in the hand. The architect of everything that's happening is planned. Industry empire. Yeah. Industry empire. Victory is near when the focus and the truth appear. The architect of value, the master of the gear. Feel the steady vibration, feel the fire in the soul. A calm and centered presence, taking charge of the whole. I'm looking at the output and I'm looking at the yield, staying very protected by the logic that I shield. Wealth is like a machine that requires constant care. I can feel the heavy pressure in the middle of the air. I'm removing the static and I'm removing the doubt, knowing exactly what the whole production is about. The music is a tool and the message is a flame, staying very quiet while I'm winning every game. I'm standing on the rafters looking down at the floor, always giving less, talking, always doing much more. My heart is like a piston moving steady and vast, building up a legacy that's actually gonna last. I traded all the silver for a mountain of lead, keeping my focus on the living and not on the dead. The world is getting colder, but the fire is in me, the only kind of person that I wanted to be. The blueprints are folded and the building is tall. I'm the one who's standing while the others start to fall. The iron in my spirit is the reason I survive, looking at the summit where the winners have arrived. The empire is solid and the gates are locked tight, fading like a shadow in the middle of the night. The journey is complete and the rhythm is deep. The machine keeps on turning while the world is asleep. The gears are turning. The gears. Yeah. No. Yeah. I'm moving through the chaos with a very steady hand, understanding things that the others never planned. The city is a witness to the patience that I show, planting all the seeds and watching how the riches grow. I don't need to prove a point to people who are blind. I'm just leaving every single weakness far behind. Fresh narratives are breathing in the middle of the dark, staying on the target and I'm hitting every mark. The feeling is consistent like a rhythm in the rain, separating logic from the pressure and the pain. I don't talk about the struggle, I just talk about the win. Ready for the moment when the real moves begin. Observe how the atmosphere begins to settle down. I'm the one who's standing while the others start to drown. I've developed the focus, feel the power in the chest, giving 100% while the others take a rest. Lost tragic dominance. The road is clear when the vision and the truth appear. Facts. The architect of value, the master of the year. Feel the steady vibration, feel the fire in the soul. A calm and centered presence taking charge of the whole. Yeah. I'm looking at the assets and the way they start to stack. Moving to the front and I'm never looking back. Wealth is a result of the discipline I found. Keeping every movement very quiet and profound. I'm removing the static and I'm removing the fake. Thinking very deeply about every step I take. The music is a weapon and the message is a tool. Winning every battle by the mandatory rule. I'm looking at the clock and I'm looking at the map. I've avoided every single hidden street life trap. My mind is like a fortress, very thick and very tall. I'm the one who's building while the others start to fall. I've traded all the talk for a silence that is gold. Living out a life that is powerful and bold. The world is moving fast but I'm staying in my lane. Turning all the effort into something I can gain. The final piece is moving and the board is finally set. Collecting every payment and collecting every debt. The street is my office and the night is my friend. Staying very focused until the very end. The dominance is solid and the legacy is deep. Fading into shadows while the city is asleep. The journey is a long one but the finish line is bright. Disappearing slowly in the middle of the night. In the middle of the night. Yeah. I'm looking at the dirt where the towers used to be. Seeing possibilities that others can't see. It starts with a vision and a very steady hand. Drawing out the life and the future that I planned. I don't care about the fame or the temporary noise. I'm just here to build with a legendary poise. New ideas are growing in the silence of the night. Keeping every corner of the operation tight. The feeling is structural, the rhythm made of stone. Building up a kingdom that I'm proud to call my own. I don't look for shortcuts and I don't look for luck. I'm just moving forward like a heavy-duty truck. Notice how the levels start to rise into the air. Managing the pressure with a very focused glare. I developed the backbone, feel the strength in the soul. A high-end figure who is taking full control. Urban architecture, the path is clear when the vision and the truth appear. The architect of value, the master of the year. Feel the steady vibration, feel the fire in the soul. A calm and center presence taking charge of the whole. I'm focused on the revenue and how the numbers grow. Staying very quiet while I'm putting on a show. Wealth is a structure that you have to maintain. Standing very tall through the wind and the rain. I'm removing the static and I'm removing the fake. Being very thoughtful with every move I make. The music is a weapon and the message is a tool. Living by the wisdom of the mandatory rule. Now I'm counting all the floors from the bottom to the peak. Finding all the answers that the average never seek. My mind is like a crane moving heavy loads of weight. Deciding who is early and deciding who is late. I've traded all the plastic for a heart made of steel. Making sure the energy is something you can feel. The world is a project and I'm the one who signs. Drawing out the future with these complicated lines. The concrete is dry and the windows are in place. I'm looking at the city with a very calm face. The street was a classroom but the sky is the home. Standing at the top of this very golden dome. The build is finished and the legacy is tall. I'm the one who's rising while the others start to fall. The journey is a long one but the finish line is near. I'm the only frequency that the winners wanna hear. I'm building something that the years cannot erase. Looking at the world from a very steady place. Success is not a sprint, it's a long distance run. Staying focused on the goal until the work is done. I learned to keep my cool when the pressure was high. Watching every move with a very sharp eye. No recycled stories, no predictable designs. Just a sovereign navigator reading all the signs. The atmosphere is clinical, a symphony of power. I'm working on the vision every single hour. I don't follow trends and I don't follow the crowd. I just keep it quiet while the others are loud. Observe the repetition now the cycle starts again. Filtering the pressure and the systematic pain. I've mastered the endurance, feel the iron in the frame. A sophisticated figure who was focused on the game. Urban Dynasty, yeah! Victory is certain when the vision and the truth align. Facts, the architect of greatness, the master of the time. Feel the steady vibration, feel the fire in the soul. A calm and centered presence taking charge of the whole. The numbers on the screen are a reflection of the grind, leaving all the weakness and the static far behind. I invest in the future while I handle the now, making sure the empire stays solid somehow. I'm filtering the envy and I'm filtering the fake, making every move for the family's sake. The rhythm is a weapon and the logic is a tool, maintaining my position by the mandatory rule. I'm writing down the laws on the walls of the city, showing no remorse and I'm showing no pity. The crown is heavy but it fits me just right. I'm the one who stays awake in the middle of the night. I've turned the concrete into a field of gold, telling a story that has never been told. The energy is shifting and the path is very clear. I'm the only sound that the underground can hear. Look at the skyline, that's a map of my wins. I'm just finishing where the average begins. The roots are deep and the branches are high. I'm the silent storm in the very dark sky. Every single breath is a calculated move. I have nothing left that I need to prove. The dynasty is locked and the seal is tight, fading away into the shadows of the light. I'm building. Yeah. I emerged from the sector where the pavement never sleeps. Yeah. Keeping every secret that the urban jungle keeps. Every alleyway is witness to the hunger and the grind, but I develop vision while the rest was staying blind. Observe the steady cadence, how the empire starts to rise. A calculated leader with the focus in the eyes. No recycled narratives, no predictable designs. Just a sovereign navigator reading all the signs. Expo Dynasty! Your only way to climb is to let the rhythm and the truth align. The architect of greatness, the master of the time. Feel the steady vibration, feel the fire in the soul. The calmness in the presence taking over the whole. The atmosphere is clinical, a symphony of grit, building up the legacy, you're never gonna quit. Every word is powerful, every sentence is a frame. A sophisticated figure who was moved beyond the name. Observe the repetition, how the cycle starts again. Filtering the pressure and the systematic pain. I mastered the endurance, feel the iron in the frame. Winning every battle in this monumental game. Now the numbers start to shift and the energy is peak. I'm finding all the answers that the average never seek. The struggle was a classroom and the victor is the debt. I'm collecting every payment that the world is off forget. I'm filtering the envy and I'm filtering the fate. I'm claiming every territory, taking what's at stake. The rhythm is a weapon and the logic is a tool, maintaining my position by the mandatory rule. I'm monitoring signals from the shadows to the light, keeping all the balance in the middle of the night. No margin for the error and no room for any doubt. I know exactly what the whole objective is about. I've mastered the delivery, the focus is a flame, burning through the obstacles and staying in the game. The cycle never ends and the energy is clean. A visionary spirit that the world has never seen. Check the seismic readings on the heavy metal floor. I'm counting all the riches while I'm locking every door. I'm the static in the wiring, I'm the thunder in the head. The primary survivor when the lights are turning red. I've gathered all the data and I've gathered all the gold, following the vision that is powerful and bold. The dynasty is solid and the message is ablaze, carving out the future from the world that we have made. Yeah, the realest power moves. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The realest power moves without making any sound, like a silent current flowing underneath the ground. I'm watching players talk while I'm making sure I win, thinking 10 steps ahead before the games even begin. Success is a mirror, reflecting every single choice. I don't need to shout to have a very dominant voice. New stories are written in the ink of the night, keeping everything solid and keeping everything right. The feeling is professional, the rhythm of the dark, leaving behind the noise and the dogs that only bark. I build my foundation on the stones they used to throw, watching my influence and my heavy savings grow. Take a look at the cycle, how the energy returns, paying all the dues and the respect the leader earns. I've developed the patience, feel the strength in the soul, a high-end figure who was reaching every goal. I'm checking all the balances and checking all the game, standing very tall through the pressure and the rain. Cash is just a shadow of the work I put inside, a feeling of accomplishment I never have to hide. I'm removing the static and I'm removing the fake, being very careful with every single move I make. The music is a weapon and the logic is a flame, staying very quiet while I'm changing the whole game. Shadow, capital. Yeah. The win is guaranteed when the vision and the truth proceed. The architect of value, the master of the creed. Feel the steady vibration, feel the fire in the soul. A common center presence taking charge of the whole. I'm walking through the lobby with a secret in my vest, giving all the people what they never would have guessed. The city is a puzzle and I found a missing piece, watching all the value and the power just increase. I don't need the spotlight to know that I'm the head. I'm focused on the life while the others focus on the dead. My words are like an ocean, very deep and very blue, telling you a story that is honest and is true. The ink is finally dry on the contract of the street. I'm feeling very good with the world at my feet. The shadows on my brothers and the night is my home, building up a kingdom in the very golden dome. The journey was a long one but the finish line is near. I'm the only frequency that the winners wanna hear. The capital is locked and the legacy is deep, fading into silence while the city is asleep. Shadow, capital. Yeah, 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 yeah. Shadow, capital. Shadow, capital. Yeah. The realest power moves. I'm calculating moves while the world is fast asleep, managing the promises and every word I keep. The street was just a starting point, a rugged training ground, but now the silent whispers have become a solid sound. Observe the steady cadence, how the portfolio expands, holding all the keys within these callous steady hands. No recycled narratives, no predictable design, just a sovereign navigator reading all the signs. Sovereign assets, yeah. The only way to rise is to let the rhythm and the truth align. The architect of value, the master of the time. Feel the steady vibration, feel the fire in the soul. A common center presence taking charge of the whole. Yeah, yeah. The atmosphere is clinical, a symphony of gold. Stories of the victory that never will be sold. Every word is meaningful, every sentence is a bridge built above the valley and the lonely mountain ridge. Observe the repetition, how the cycle starts again, managing the pressure and the systematic pain. I've mastered the endurance, feel the iron in the frame. A sophisticated presence with a legendary name. I'm looking at the sector where the hard lessons were taught, value in the wisdom that can never just be bought. No margin for the weakness and no room for any slip. I'm maintaining the dominance with a very steady grip. I'm filtering the static and I'm filtering the noise, keeping all the balance and keeping all the poise. The rhythm is a weapon and the logic is a tool, staying very prominent by following the rules. Now the energy is focused on the way the numbers stack, moving to the summit and I'm never looking back. Every single movement is a calculated strike, giving all the people what the winners really like. I've gathered all the influence and gathered all the respect, building up an empire that is perfect through the tech. The cycle never ends and the energy is clean, the most sophisticated spirit that the world has ever seen. Check the stats with readings on the heavy metal floor. I'm counting all the riches while I'm locking every door. I'm the static in the wiring, I'm the thunder in the head, the primary survivor when the lights are turning red. I master the delivery check the seismic. Yeah. I'm calculating moves. Yeah. Yeah. I'm moving like the water, finding every open space, keeping up the tempo without leaving any trace. The game is always shifting, but I'm staying in the stream, turning every vision into more than just a dream. I don't waste my energy on things I can't change, just keeping every asset in a very healthy range. New chapters are unfolding in the middle of the day, watching how the obstacles just melt and fade away. The feeling is professional, the rhythm of the soul, watching how the dividends begin to take a toll. I don't need a spotlight to show you what I'm worth, I'm just claiming every single corner of the earth. Notice how the energy begins to rise and fall, I'm the one who's standing very steady through it all. I've developed the vision, feel the iron in the mind, leaving all the average and the slow ones far behind. Big with assets, yeah. Victory is sweet when the vision and the truth meet. The architect of value, the master of the street. Feel the steady vibration, feel the fire in the soul. A calm and centered presence taking charge of the whole. I'm checking on the accounts and I'm checking on the yield, staying very hidden by the logic that I shield. Wealth is like a river that you have to keep clean, moving through the sectors like a high-end machine. I'm removing the static and I'm removing the fake, being very careful with every move I make. The music is a weapon and the message is a flame, staying very quiet while I'm winning in the game. I'm looking at the waves and I'm looking at the shore, always staying hungry and always wanting more. My heart is like a compass, it's never gonna lie, pointing to the summit where the eagles like to fly. I traded all the pebbles for a mountain made of glass, watching all the moments and the opportunities pass. The world is getting deeper, but I'm learning how to swim, ready for the sunlight when the lights are getting dim. The reservoir is full and the pressure is just right, everything is glowing in the middle of the night. I'm the one who's pouring while the others try to drink, taking every second just to stop and just to think. The assets are secure and the legacy is deep, fading into silence while the city is asleep. The journey is a long one, but the finish line is near. I'm the only frequency that the winners want to hear. Winners want to hear. There's a ladder in the shadows and I climbed every rung, speaking every language that the street has ever sung. The structure is essential, it's the way the system breathes, while the reckless in the hollow wear the failure on their sleeves. Observe the rhythmic pocket, how the sentence is a phrase, a sophisticated presence in a world that is a maze. No recycled narratives, no predictable design, just a sovereign navigator reading all the signs. Urban hierarchy, yeah. The only way to peak is to let the rhythm and the logic speak. Facts. The architect of order, the master of the weak. Feel the steady vibration, feel the fire in the soul. A calm and center presence taking charge of the whole. Yeah, the atmosphere is clinical, a symphony of rank, moving through the sector like a heavy armored tank. Every word is heavy, every sentence is a law, keeping every movement without a single flaw. Observe the repetition, how the cycle starts again, filtering the pressure and the systematic pain. I mastered the endurance, feel the iron in the frame, a visionary figure with the legendary name. Now the energy is focused on the status in the game, washing out the static and the echoes of the rain. I'm sitting at the table where the heavy hitters dine, turning every obstacle into a finish line. I'm filtering the jealousy and filtering the doubt. I know exactly what the whole hierarchy's about. A rhythm is a weapon and the message is a key. unlocking all the sectors of the city and the sea. I'm monitoring signals from the roof down to the base, maintaining the position and the rhythm of the pace. No margin for the weakness and no room for any slide. I'm keeping up the dignity and keeping up the pride. I've mastered the delivery, the focus is a tool, maintaining my position by the mandatory rule. The cycle never ends and the energy is clean, the most sophisticated spirit that the world has ever seen. Check the seismic readings on the heavy metal floor. I'm counting all the power while I'm locking every door. I'm the static in the wiring, I'm the thunder in the head, the primary survivor when the lights are turning red. I've gathered all the data and I gathered all the gold, following the vision that is powerful and bold. The order is eternal and the message is ablaze, carving out the future from the world that we have made. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah. I don't need a. Yeah. Yeah. I don't need a loud voice. Yeah. I don't need a loud voice to make you understand. I just keep my head down and follow through the plan. The street taught me early how to watch and how to wait, instead of complaining or leaving things to fate. I keep the circle small and I keep the vision clear. There's no room for distractions or any kind of fear. No recycled stories, no predictable designs. Just a sovereign navigator, reading all the signs. Street logic, yeah. The only way to win is to let the work and the truth begin. Fast. The architect of moves, the master of the wind. Feel the steady vibration, feel the fire in the soul. A common center presence taking charge of the whole. Yeah. The atmosphere is clinical, a symphony of work. I stay away from corners where the lazy shadows lurk. Every word is honest, every sentence is a tool. I'm staying on my path and I'm following the rule. Observe the repetition, how the cycle starts again. Managing the pressure and the systematic pain. I mastered the endurance, feel the iron in the frame. A sophisticated figure who is focused on the game. I'm looking at the numbers in the way they start to climb. I'm putting in the effort and I'm putting in the time. The money's a result of the discipline I show. I'm building up the future and I'm letting people know. I'm filtering the noise and I'm filtering the fake. I'm taking every chance and I'm taking what's at stake. The rhythm is a weapon and the logic is a key, opening the doors for the person I should be. I'm monitoring signals from the bottom to the top. I'm keeping up the pace and I'm never gonna stop. No margin for the mistakes and no room for any doubt. I know exactly what this life is all about. I mastered the delivery, the focus is a flame. Staying very quiet while I'm winning in the game. The cycle never ends and the energy is clean. The most sophisticated spirit that the world has ever seen. Check the seismic readings on the heavy metal floor. I'm counting all the blessings while I'm locking every door. I'm the static in the wiring, I'm the thunder in the head, the primary survivor when the lights are turning red. I've gathered all the data and I've gathered all the gold, following the vision that is powerful and bold. The logic is eternal and the message is ablaze, carving out the future from the world that we have made. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at the city from a different point of view. Everything is different when the vision is brand new. I don't have to rush because I know the job is done. I'm just here to witness how the victory was won. I keep my spirit steady and I keep my circle tight, making better moves in the middle of the night. No recycled stories, no predictable designs, just a sovereign navigator reading all the signs. Urban success, yeah. The only way to win is to let the focus and the truth begin. Facts. The architect of value, the master of the wind. Feel the steady vibration, feel the fire in the soul. A common center presence taking charge of the whole. Yeah. The atmosphere is clinical, a symphony of peace. Watching all the stress and the heavy tension cease. Every word is meaningful, every sentence is a law. I'm living out the life that the younger version saw. Observe the repetition, how the cycle starts again. Filtering the pressure and the systematic pain. I've mastered the endurance, feel the iron in the frame. A sophisticated figure who is staying in the game. I'm counting up the blessings and I'm counting up the gain. I move beyond the struggle and the echoes of the rain. The money is a tool, but the wisdom is the key to becoming every person that I'm meant to be. I'm filtering the envy and I'm filtering the noise. Maintaining all the balance and maintaining all the poise. The rhythm is a weapon and the message is a light, shining through the shadows in the middle of the night. I'm monitoring signals from the penthouse to the ground. I'm staying very quiet while I'm making every sound. No margin for the weakness and no room for any doubt. I know exactly what this journey is about. I've mastered the delivery, the focus is a flame, burning through the obstacles and winning in the game. The cycle never ends and the energy is clean. The most sophisticated spirit that the world has ever seen. Check the seismic readings on a heavy metal floor. I'm counting all the riches while I'm locking every door. I'm the static in the wiring, I'm the thunder in the head. The primary survivor when the lights are turning red. I've gathered all the data and I've gathered all the gold, following the vision that is powerful and bold. The success is eternal and the message is ablaze, carving out the future from the world that we have made. Yeah. I don't talk about the moves until the moves are done. Watching every second while the others try to run. The capital is growing in the silence of the night. Everything is moving and the timing is just right. I keep the focus sharp and I keep the volume low, watching how the seeds and the heavy profits grow. No recycled stories, no predictable designs, just a sovereign navigator reading all the signs. Silent capital, yeah. It's time to win when the focus and the truth begin. The architect of value, the master of the wind. Feel the steady vibration, feel the fire in the soul. A calmness in the presence, taking charge of the whole. The atmosphere is clinical, a symphony of depth. I'm counting every dollar and I'm counting every step. Every word is meaningful, every sentence is a law, keeping up the vision that the younger version saw. Observe the repetition, how the cycle starts again. Filtering the pressure and the systematic pain. I mastered the endurance, feel the iron in the frame. A sophisticated figure who is staying in the game. I'm looking at the future and I'm looking at the game, moving past the struggle and the echoes of the rain. The money is a tool and the wisdom is the key, becoming every version that I'm really meant to be. I'm filtering the envy and I'm filtering the noise, maintaining all the balance and maintaining all the poise. The rhythm is a weapon and the message is a light, shining through the shadows in the middle of the night. I'm monitoring signals from the shadows to the top. I'm keeping up the pace and I'm never gonna stop. No margin for the mistakes and no room for any doubt. I know exactly what this journey is about. I mastered the delivery, the focus is a flame, burning through the obstacles and winning in the game. The cycle never ends and the energy is clean. The most sophisticated spirit that the world has ever seen. Check the seismic readings on a heavy metal floor. I'm counting all the riches while I'm locking every door. I'm the static in the wiring, I'm the thunder in the head. The primary survivor when the lights are turning red. I've gathered all the data and I've gathered all the gold, following the vision that is powerful and bold. The capital is solid and the message is a blade, carving out the future from the world that we have made. Silent capital. Yeah. Respect is respect is earned in the silence, not the noise. The It's about the way a grown man keeps his poise. I've seen the seasons change and the people fade away, but I'm still standing here at the end of the day. Numbers don't lie when the work is put in. I don't wait for a sign for the life to begin. Everything I touch has a purpose and a weight, building up a future that is solid and great. Raw currency, yeah! Victory is sweet when you're standing on your feet. The architect of moves, the master of the street. Feel the steady vibration, feel the fire in the soul. A calmness in the presence, taking charge of the whole. I'm moving through the city with a focused state of mind, leaving all the static and the nonsense behind. The street is a bank and the interest is high. I'm aiming for the ground while I'm watching the sky. Experience is something that you cannot just buy. It's the reason why I'm here while the others just try. I've mastered the endurance, feel the iron in the frame. A sophisticated figure who is focused on the game. I'm looking at the balance and I'm looking at the growth. I made a promise and I'm keeping to the oath. Wealth is a shadow that follows the lead, providing every single thing a person could need. I'm filtering the envy and I'm filtering the hate, staying very patient while I'm opening the gate. The rhythm is a weapon and the logic is a tool, making sure I'm always following the mandatory rule. I'm monitoring signals from the roof to the floor. Every single day I'm just looking for more. No margin for the weakness and no room for any doubt. I know exactly what the whole mission is about. I mastered the delivery, the focus is a flame, staying very quiet while I'm winning in the game. The cycle never ends and the energy is clean, the most sophisticated spirit that the world has ever seen. Check the seismic readings on a heavy metal flow. I'm counting up the profit while I'm locking every door. I'm the static in the wiring, I'm the thunder in the head, the primary survivor when the lights are turning red. I've gathered all the data and I've gathered all the gold, following the vision that is powerful and bold. The currency is real and the message is a blade, carving out the future from the word that we have made. I walk currency. Walk currency. I walk currency. Walk currency. Yeah. I'm turning all the lead into a heavy bar of gold, watching how the secrets of the universe unfold. Rio Che Bay. I'm turning all the lead into a heavy bar of gold, watching how the secrets of the universe unfold. Pressure is a gift if you know how to use the heat, turning every failure into something very sweet. I'm looking at the elements and how they start to blend, knowing that the effort is a means to an end. The atmosphere is chemical, a symphony of fire, burning all the doubt in the temporary desire. I don't listen to the ghosts that are talking in the past. I'm just building something that is actually gonna last. My spirit is a furnace, my logic is a tool, mastering the science and the mandatory rule. Urban alchemist, yeah. The gold is bright when you handle every night with light. Facts. The architect of value, the master of the light. Feel the steady vibration, feel the fire in the soul. A calm and centered presence, taking charge of the whole. I'm audited in the purity and audited in the weight, making sure the energy is powerful and great. Wealth is a reaction that you trigger with your mind, leaving all the shadows and the basic ones behind. I'm removing the static and I'm removing the fake, being very careful with every move I make. I'm watching every atom as it starts to rearrange, understanding everything that's bound to ever change. My mind is like a lab where the windows never close, growing like a forest and blooming like a rose. I traded all that copper for a soul made of light, staying very focused in the middle of the night. The formula is finished and the liquid's turning cold, a master of the craft with a story to be told. I'm looking at the mirror and I'm looking at the wind, ready for the next phase to finally begin. The lab is getting quiet and the furnace is a spark, walking like a phantom in the middle of the dark. The transformation's solid and the legacy is real, turning all the shadows into something I can feel. I'm turning all the Yeah. I'm watching over shadows. I'm watching over. Yeah. Yeah, I'm watching over shadows from the corner of a roof. Living every second as the living, breathing proof. The city never sleeps and the city never lies. I can see the truth hiding in 1,000 eyes. I don't take a break, yeah, and I don't take a breath until I'm far away from the valley of the death. Fresh information flowing through the wiring of the night, keeping every movement in the operation tight, 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 tight. Yeah. The atmosphere is rigid, a symphony of sight, managing the darkness and the flashes of the light. I don't trust the whispers or the faces in the crowd. I just keep my focus while the others getting loud. My spirit is a radar, my logic is a lens, picking up the signals where the reality begins. The atmosphere is rigid, a symphony of sight, managing the darkness and the flashes of the light. I don't trust the whispers or the faces in the crowd. I just keep my focus while the others getting loud. My spirit is a radar, my logic is a lens, picking up the signals where the reality begins. The coast is clear when you conquer every fear with cheer. The architect of value, the master of the year. Feel the steady vibration, feel the fire in the soul. A common center presence taking charge of the whole. I'm ordered in the signals and I'm ordered in the game, staying very hidden through the echoes of the rain. Wealth is a result of the surveillance that I keep, watching every player while the world is fast asleep. I'm removing the static and I'm removing the fake, being very careful with every move I make. I'm looking through the glass at the people down below, knowing every secret that they think I'll never know. My mind is like a satellite orbiting the block. I'm the one who's moving while the others start to shock. I've traded all the drama for a vision that is wide, keeping all the power in the discipline inside. Yeah, the lens is focused and the target is in sight. Everything is glowing in the middle of the night. I'm writing down the findings in the book made of steel, making sure the message is the only thing you feel. The streets are getting quiet and the air is getting thin, waiting for the moment when the real light comes in. The observation's over and the record is secure, leaving every motive and the energy so pure. I'm watching. I'm watching. I'm watching. I'm watching. Yeah. I'm looking at the city. Yeah. I'm looking at the city like a master looks at art, building every tower from the logic in my heart. It's not about the money, it's the power of the soul, taking every pieces and regaining the control. I don't listen to the static or the noise in the air. I'm just focused on the vision with a legendary glare. The atmosphere is rigid, a symphony of weight, managing the pressure in the hands of every fate. I don't need a spotlight to know that I'm the head. I'm moving through the living while the others stay in bed. My spirit is a mountain and my logic is a flame, staying very silent while I'm winning every game. Supreme Architect, yeah. The foundation is solid when the mind and the truth are polished, commanding every sector with a sovereign decree. The highest level spirit that the world will ever see, moving in the silence with a very heavy hand, taking over everything exactly as I planned. I'm ordered in the progress and I'm ordered in the game, standing very steady through the echoes of the rain. Success is a result of the discipline I found, keeping every movement very quiet and profound. I'm removing the static and I'm removing the fake, being being very thoughtful with every move I make. I'm looking at the skyline from the highest point of all, building up a legacy that's never gonna fall. My heart is like an engine moving steady and fast, making every second and the opportunity last. I traded all the silver for a heart made of light, staying very focused in the middle of the night. The blueprint is official and the seal is finally set, collecting every profit and collecting every debt. I'm the final shadow that you see before the dawn. Everything is moving until the weakness is gone. The room is getting quiet and the air is getting thin, waiting for the moment when the real peace comes in. The project is finished and the record is clean, the strongest human energy the city's ever